Prime Minister there. It's a blistering attack against the Trinamool Congress. The Prime Minister says TMC में नारी पर अत्याचार हुआ है. He has also read into TMC saying TMC protected Shahjahan Sheikh. TMC has committed grave sin against the women of the state. The party, the government, instead of protecting the women of West Bengal, tried to protect Shahjahan Sheikh, and they abandoned the women of Sandeshkhali. The Prime Minister once again reiterates that the countrymen are his family, Amar Parivar. That's the slogan or the pitch of the Prime Minister in West Bengal. Let's go across to Mohit is joining us with more details. As expected, Mohit, the Prime Minister raked up the issue of Sandeshkhali. Okay, I think we've lost that line with Mohit. We'll try and connect with him again. The Prime Minister there levelling serious allegations against the TMC, slamming Mamata Banerjee government. Remember earlier during his last visit, he said that in Mamata regime, it's the accused, the culprit who decides when to surrender and when to get arrested, not the police. This time around, the Prime Minister, in fact, firing on all cylinders, has once again slammed Mamata Banerjee government, saying that the government of West Bengal worked against the women of the state. Instead of providing protection to the women, they protected Shahjahan Sheikh, the accused, who of course has now been placed under arrest. Atrocities committed against women by TMC, alleges Prime Minister Narendra Modi, said the Sarkar backed its own neta instead of the women of Sandeshkhali, and that government that is run by Mamata Banerjee abandoned the women of Sandeshkhali. And not just Mamata Banerjee. In fact, the Prime Minister also slammed the entire INDI and questioned the INDI and their stand when it comes to what is happening in Sandeshkhali. So Prime Minister there in his second visit to the state of West Bengal in just a week, once again roared and questioned the TMC government's handling of the situation and inaction, in fact, when it comes to Sandeshkhali. Let's listen to what the Prime Minister said about the TMC shielding Shahjahan Sheikh.
लेकिन यहां की टीएमसी सरकार को आपके दुख से कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता. टीएमसी सरकार बंगाल की महिलाओं के गुनहगार को बचाने के लिए पूरी शक्ति लगा रही है. लेकिन पहले हाई कोर्ट और फिर सुप्रीम कोर्ट से भी राज्य सरकार को झटका लगा है.
Mohit is joining us on the broadcast now. Mohit, the Prime Minister's comment, his attack was not just limited to the TMC. The Prime Minister, in fact, slammed the entire INDI. And the Prime Minister has said that the TMC was indulged in atrocities against women. अत्याचार किया है महिलाओं पर TMC ने. Those were his words.
Well, yes, in fact, it's a very strong attack that has come in from Prime Minister Narendra Modi. He was speaking at Barasat, Swati, and we know for a fact that how Prime Minister earlier also has spoken about this particular issue, that how under TMC's rule, the atrocities against women have risen, and also that how TMC is trying to shield the main accused in the case, that is Sheikh Shahjahan. Prime Minister today also stated that from High Court and from Supreme Court also TMC did not get any relief, but then we see that how under TMC rule, Sheikh Shahjahan has committed crime against women. So clearly a very, very strong attack coming in by the Prime Minister, and Prime Minister earlier also have spoken that why exactly the India alliance is silent on this particular issue, and that has been the attack by the BJP. Now, Swati, sometime from now, Union Minister Hardeep Singh Puri will be addressing a press conference. The stage is all set, but we are being told that it will be on the issue of Sandeshkhali CBI versus the High Court. And Prime Minister Narendra Modi today, while speaking in Sandeshkhali, and as we have broken on times now few weeks ago, that this time around BJP's campaign would be focusing on atrocities against women, Ram Mandir, Sandeshkhali issue, and that is why we see that how Prime Minister Narendra Modi had made a very strong attack on TMC, taking the name of TMC, saying that they are committing atrocities against women. So a very strong attack coming in from Prime Minister, and in run-up to 2024 Lok Sabha election, that will be the part of the campaign of the BJP, Swati, and that is why we see that how Prime Minister Narendra Modi speaking from the stage at Barasat, which is just few kilometers away from Sandeshkhali, which is in the North 24 Pargana district, has spoken about that how exactly TMC has shielded Sheikh Shahjahan, how atrocities were committed against women. And Prime Minister also touched upon the topic of how the TMC and Sheikh Shahjahan did not get any relief from High Court and Supreme Court. This comes at a time when the TMC have moved Supreme Court because High Court clearly set aside the SIT which was formed to investigate Sheikh Shahjahan alleged deeds. But High Court clearly stated that Sheikh Shahjahan should be handed over to the CBI. For that, we have seen that
multiple issues, in fact, raised by the Prime Minister during the address. He also spoke about Parivar. Let's listen into that part of the speech.
अब उन्होंने पूरी ताकत से मोदी को गाली देना शुरू कर दिया है। इंडी गठबंधन के भ्रष्टाचारी लोग आजकल मेरे परिवार के बारे में पूछ रहे हैं। ये लोग जानना चाहते हैं कहां है मेरा परिवार। मेरे देश की ये बहनें जो यहां बहुत बड़ी संख्या में आई हैं, यही तो है मोदी का परिवार।
We have Riju Datta of the TMC joining us on the broadcast. Ms. Datta, your first response. Prime Minister Narendra Modi there saying that TMC indulges in atrocities on women, and instead of protecting the women of Sandeshkhali, TMC, your party, protected Shahjahan Sheikh.
My only comment to respected Prime Minister Modi ji is, thoda sharam kar lo Modi ji. When you say all this in Bengal, why after so many months, so many days, you don't have the guts to go to Manipur, sir? Why can't you see your colleague Brijbhushan Saran Singh, who has molested Olympic wrestlers, who was sitting on the streets of Jantar Mantar for days after days, and you didn't have the courtesy to go and meet them? What happens when in Uttar Pradesh there is a rape? 8 rapes per day in Uttar Pradesh. 8 rapes per day. It is the rape capital of India. Aapko tab nahi dikhta? You don't see when pregnant women are being gang raped, burned alive in Madhya Pradesh, or in Kanpur, 2 minor girls gang raped and hanging from a tree. Tab aapko dikhta nahi hai, Modi ji. What happened in Sandeshkhali, nobody is defending it. But we have done our Raj Dharma, we have brought the accused to
It's not just about defending Riju Datta. The allegation is that of providing patronage and protection. And what would you like to say about Calcutta High Court? क्या TMC को नहीं दिखता कि Calcutta High Court ने क्या कहा?
Calcutta High Court में तो हमने ये भी देखा है कि a sitting judge openly admits to the press कि मेरे साथ बीजेपी का टच था और मैं भी उनके टच में था. अभी तो justice is for sale in this country. Abhijit Ganguly, BJP has saffronized the judiciary. It is judicial corruption, and Abhijit Ganguly should be prosecuted and put in prison. मैं इससे ज़्यादा कुछ नहीं बोलना चाहता. Modi ji should introspect in his own party before lecturing Trinamool Congress in West Bengal.
Okay, Riju Datta, stay on with us. We have Arindam Bhattacharya, spokesperson of the BJP. Arindam Bhattacharya, Riju Datta is saying BJP should look into their own actions before lecturing the TMC.
I don't know in which perspective the spokesperson of I don't know what he is talking about.
Well, he is responding to what the Prime Minister today said about TMC trying to protect Shahjahan Sheikh. But before you respond to that, we have a reaction coming in from Shehzad Poonawala.
शेख हुआ है और उसको ट्रांसफर होना चाहिए सीबीआई को. उसके बावजूद भी ममता बनर्जी और उनकी सरकार शाहजहां बचाओ चला रही है. पहले विधानसभा में बचाया, फिर अभिषेक बैनर्जी ने बचाया, फिर 56 दिन तक उसको सेकुलर संरक्षण दिया गया, और जब गिरफ्तार भी दिखाया गया तब वो विक्ट्री साइन दिखा रहे थे. इसका मतलब उनको भी कॉन्फिडेंस था कि वेस्ट बंगाल पुलिस उन्हें गिरफ्तार नहीं, उनको वीवीआईपी की तरह रखने वाली है. और आज जब हाईकोर्ट कहता है तो हाईकोर्ट के आदेश की अवमानना करना, अवहेलना करना, और सुप्रीम कोर्ट से भी जब राहत नहीं मिली है तब भी सीबीआई को न सौंपना, यह दिखाता है कि शाहजहां के साथ साथ संदेशखाली के उन तमाम सत्य को छिपाने का ये भरसक प्रयास ममता बनर्जी की सरकार कर रही है. आज उनकी सरकार मां माटी मानुष नहीं, बम ब्लास्ट और बलात्कारी बचाव की है. मुझे बताइए कि संदेशखाली में ऐसा क्या बाहर निकल कर आ जाएगा कि कभी आप प्रेस को रोकती हैं, कभी आप डेलीगेशन को रोकती हैं, कभी आप भाजपा के नेताओं को रोकती हैं और अब सीबीआई को टेक ओवर करने से रोक रही हैं। इसका मतलब कि हिंदू महिलाओं के साथ जो उत्पीड़न हुआ है उसके सत्य को हर तरीके से दबाना है वोट बैंक के नाम पर। आज सवाल यह भी बनता है कि जिन खड़गे जी ने संदेशखाली की घटना को छोटी मोटी घटना बताया, प्रियंका वाड्रा जी अब तो बताइए, हाई कोर्ट ने तक सीबीआई की जांच के आदेश दे दिए हैं, परंतु आप मौन क्यों है? आप गांधी जी के जो 3 बंदर है उसकी तरह राहुल गांधी जी, सोनिया जी और प्रियंका वाड्रा जी अपने मुख पर, अपनी आंखों पर और